Hi guys, welcome to a brand new episode of the Mama's Boy podcast with me, Benji.
And Trina the Mama.
How are you guys doing? Are you guys doing okay? I hope so.
Have a fabulous day.
Yeah, I hope you guys' day is going good. If it's not, well, you're listening to this podcast, so it's going to get a little bit better.
A little entertaining, at least.
Yes. So today we're going to go over the Real Housewives of Orange County premiere. I was so excited about it. I feel like it took forever for Orange County to be back on our screens, and I cannot tell you how much joy it brought me to hear the intro music. So, Tamra Judge is back on our screens.
Woo-hoo!
So excited about it. But before we get into that, let's go over the taglines. So, they revamped the whole intro. We get new visuals instead of just a blank orange screen behind a bunch of women. Let's go into the taglines. So, Shannon Bedore starts out first, and it says, "In Orange County, I call the shots, and it's always tequila." What are your thoughts?
You know, I would have thought a little Grey Goose. Does she do Grey Goose?
Yeah,
She's a vodka
Grey
person.
Goose soda,
and lime, extra lime
in a tall glass.
Yeah, I was thinking more Grey Goose, but that's just me.
She gets crazy on tequila. Remember, she screams all the time.
Oh, maybe.
Like that
maybe
time.
That's the Trace Amigos thing.
Oh yeah,
out.
the time in Mexico when Tamra broke her foot. She's like, "Tequila makes me loca."
Yeah, but I would have still thought tagline something with Grey Goose, but that's just me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, same. I didn't quite get it. And then we get into Heather Dubrow's. It says, "I live my life in HD, sharp, bright, and more focused than ever." Is that because her initials are HD, Heather Dubrow?
Maybe.
Huh.
Well,
Okay.
And she's microdosing now, so.
I don't know how HD it is when it's all fuzzy, but whatever.
She's microdosing.
Go off, Heather. I think it's also maybe she's focusing on more life because now her kids are out of the house.
True.
And she's finally getting the moment with her husband, who...
They're down half.
Yeah, they're down half. He's like, all right, 50 more to go. 50%
more. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
That's a little, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it references her initials and the image she portrays in the reality series. All right. So we get to Emily, and Emily says, "If you want to waste my time, at least hand me a taco." I don't get it. Why a taco?
I don't either. I don't like that tagline.
I think it would have been funnier if it was like, "Hand me a turkey sandwich and a sauna."
There you go.
Like last
that would have
season.
been a little more appropriate. With
Is she going to do something like with a taco this season? Like we didn't quite see that. Like is
maybe it's coming and we don't know.
I hope so. I don't know why a taco. I mean,
hard pass.
Yeah, unless it's like she specifies, because I think she likes to get her cheesy gordita crunch from Taco Bell.
Oh, see, I don't know.
Because her and Lisa Barlow bonded over that. Their love for Wendy's and Taco Bell. Yeah. Anyway.
Maybe,
okay.
I don't know.
Okay, let's get into Gina's. Gina says, "The difference between my past and my present, well, that's just apples and oranges." Do you get it?
I do get it, because New York City is an orange.
No,
an apple.
Yeah. So she's referencing
Switch
her past roots of her apple.
Yes, that's pretty cute, actually.
That's actually, I like that.
Sorry, I messed that up. Yes, she was an apple and now she's an orange.
Mm-hmm. Because she's from Long Island.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, New York,
Which
right?
her accent's gone. Like, it's gone.
Really?
Season 13, when she first came on. No, yeah, what is it?
I speak the truth. Funny.
Even if it sounds funny when I say it. Coffee. It's like gone. She's full on LA girl now.
Well, how many years has she been out there?
Like 5, 6.
It might be rubbing off a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I like it. I think it was clever. Now we have the newbie Jennifer Pedranti. "My core may be strong, but my resilience is stronger." Are we going to see that this season?
Well, we don't know because we don't know her. However, she's this yoga person, so her core is strong.
Mm-hmm.
That's where that comes from. But we'll see. I mean, it's a little strange. I don't know.
I think she's basically showing like, "Hey, dude, like I moved across the country," because I think she's from Oklahoma.
Yeah, I think she's got some layers to her, so hopefully we'll see some of those come off.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll see how it plays
We'll
out.
get into that later on in this episode, just stay tuned.
Don't
and
know
then
enough about her.
We have Tamra Judge. Her tagline says, "I might have been on pause, but now I'm ready to play."
That's cute.
What do you think?
Well, I think that's pretty appropriate, right?
I like the one that when she first was announced coming back, I listened to her episode of Two Teas in a Pod, and hers was going to say, "All rise, the judge is back, and drama's in session." I liked that one. But this one's okay. I know that Dorinda's going to have a problem with it.
Why?
Because her whole thing was, "I'm on pause," with New York.
Oh, see, I forgot about all that.
Yeah.
Dorinda will get over it.
Yeah. So I know she'll have an issue with that, but that's okay.
And her and Dorinda are in good terms now?
No, yeah, they are.
Okay, then she won't have a problem.
Tamara still has beef with Jill Zarin. which she drives me crazy, but it's okay. All right, so yeah, so we have Tamra's intro. It starts where she's on a bike, which I believe in season 3, now that we're on season 17, she came in on a bike too.
She did?
I don't remember. She was like a biker chick with Simon.
See, I didn't watch like all of those. Like, I wasn't as much into it back then.
And that's when she was like, I'm still a hottest housewife of Orange County. Anyway, so her intro was everything, but I didn't care for the background where basically all of her castmates that have beef with her were like, she talks a lot about her friends, and then she's like dangerous and that stuff, but like, I don't know, I think Tamra's pretty blunt to someone's face, and so they were like, oh yeah, she talks a lot of crap about her friends, and yeah, I didn't care for that, but I like the careful what you wish for. And then she goes into her house, and we see Eddie, and Eddie seems more comfortable in front of the cameras now. He seemed a little reserved, like his season's on, but now he's just like, you know what, whatever. So I think that was pretty interesting. And then we meet Tamra's mom again, Sandy. Sandy looks so much better with her long hair.
She looks a lot younger.
A lot younger.
Yeah. And then she talks about her little job at Costco.
Yeah, she works at Costco.
And that Eddie can get on there and does the samples.
Because
what a great job.
Yeah, Cut Fitness is closing. And she's like, hey, man, what are you going to do with your free time? You know, I can get you a job, Costco. Giving out samples.
And they laugh.
Yeah.
But, I mean, what a great job.
I know. You tried to apply for Costco, right? At one time? Once in a blue moon?
Yeah. When my other job ended, grocery checking. And I don't think any of us actually got hired.
That's crazy.
So, you know, whatever.
Yeah. Anyway.
It happens for a reason.
You think that guy had beef with you, remember? You're like, yeah, I don't think he liked me. The hiring guy.
Honestly, though, that's his flaw, not mine.
He looked like the guy from Sky High. What's his name? Kate Hudson's dad.
You mean stepdad?
Sure.
Kurt Russell?
Yeah, that's him. He looks like Kurt Russell. Anyway, okay.
Similar, I guess.
Moving on. Okay.
He's still there.
So, really?
That's weird, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, he's a diehard Costco guy.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So Tamra's mom reminds me of my grandma.
Really?
But like a mix of like both.
Which grandma?
Both my grandmas mixed together.
Paternal or maternal?
Both. Mixed.
See, you had to think about that.
Yeah. So she reminds me.
You think a mixture?
Yeah. Like
Rhonda
and Loretta mixed. The two of them. Because grandma would work at Costco for sure.
Morris. I think either of them would.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway.
That's a good.
Interesting. And then Emily and Shannon meet up and go on a hike together and they discuss Tamra. Shocker. Basically, Shannon claims to have kept in touch with Tamra, but even after she got fired, and so basically,
I think it's a he said, or she said.
Yeah, and so Tamra went on a podcast, I guess, and was like, "Yeah, well, Shannon doesn't return my calls anymore," and so basically, Shannon was blaming that they stopped talking or whatever because Tamra got fired. Which I liked how they were like breaking the fourth wall because Tamra came back and was like, "Yep, when I left the show, yada yada." Normally, they don't do that. But I think they had to clearly show, like, hey, she's already been in this group once. Like, let's not go back through, hi, I'm Tamra. I live in OC, you know?
Yeah.
I think they were breaking the fourth wall, which I like. Because, you know, we all obviously know what goes on in the past 2 years of the show went to crap. But anyway.
Yeah.
So, being a listener of Two Teas in a Pod, Tamra claims that Shannon stopped taking Tamra's calls, which I heard about the whole first year that she's been off the show. Which I honestly believe because, remember, we had to go backwards in season 13 when Eddie was going through all of his heart issues and stuff, and Shannon was not giving Tamra the time of day, yet when Shannon had an issue, let me call you at 3 a.m. and let's cry.
But it's always been about Shannon and Shannon's issue. I mean, I don't understand why it's a big surprise to Tamra even now. Like,
yeah.
She's only about herself, so once she has everything in line and everything's great for her, why does she need Tamra?
Yeah.
So, I can see where Tamra's probably telling the truth and Shannon's not.
So that leads me to my question: whose side are you on? Who do you mainly believe?
I believe Tamra.
Me too, because I don't think she would.
No, I think Shannon's all about the screen and what she's doing behind it, and all about her.
Yeah, same.
So no.
So we'll see what happens.
We'll see what unfolds, but...
We know that they're good now, which...
Are they?
Not a shocker. Yeah, they're good now, apparently.
In real time?
Yeah. But I know that, you know, obviously Reunion's going to bring up what everybody said behind each other's backs, and that's not going to be good.
Yeah, it's going to open old wounds.
3 months or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So then we see Gina's kids get their braces off, and then we get insight on her co-parenting situation with her ex-husband, Matt. Emily is now a stay-at-home mom, and I don't think she, loves it that much.
No.
No.
So you got to wonder if she is doing some type of side business, like her party planning or something, because, yeah, that girl's going to go nuts.
Mm-hmm. And then they pull into McDonald's, and
the kids are just insane.
Yeah, and Annabelle, her daughter, knew the exact order, and so they panned to her, and she's like, yeah, can I get an extra fry and apple juice and a 6-piece chicken nugget meal? And so it was funny, because she knew exactly what so they clearly go there a lot. Which, same. So...
No, but, and it always makes me think, oh, I want another kid. Like, it goes back to that, conversation. Like, how could you have handled another one when you can't handle the 3 you got?
Exactly.
I don't know.
But anyway, so we get insight on them and their stay-at-home mom businesses, and the craziness. Oh yeah, I think everybody wants to be a stay-at-home mom, but then you actually have to do it.
It's not that great.
It's not that great. Do you think did you ever want to be a stay-at-home mom? I think you could be a stay-at-home housewife, and you would just love it.
I think, yeah. But when you were little, I did kind of stay home half-time. Like, I only went in... I job shared with another gal when I was a social worker. Because we both had our kids, fairly close to each other. So I think her baby was, maybe a month older than you were. So we did job share. However, I worked 2 10-hour days, and she worked the other 2 10-hour days. And I didn't need benefits because I had them with your dad. So she took our benefits. However... in those 2 days that I worked, I did not shut up. Once I got to work and I was having an adult conversation, everybody's like, oh my God, Trina's back. Because...
yeah, you couldn't have a conversation with me.
I didn't have a conversation with you. So I miss that interaction with people.
I feel like you could have just ranted
that could speak to me. But I loved being around you. But I went back when you were, I want to say 9 months old. I got promoted. So I had to go back full time to take that job. And then you went into daycare and everything was great. But no, it's not all it's cracked up to be. I was tired. I was exhausted. Yeah, no, it wasn't that great. I was looking for some adult conversation. Not that I didn't love you and want to spend time with you, but yeah, you don't say anything at that age. You're not
I feel like you could have just ranted to me and I would just looked at you like, wait, what?
Well, I did talk to you all the time, but you didn't respond. But, but 5 months old, that's when you got really fun. Oh, okay. I tell everybody that has kids, 5 months old, that is the age where you guys come out and you have a little personality and you want to be kissed and you want to give kisses and you'll actually put your arm around them when you're holding them, to give you a little huggish kind of feel. Anyway, once you turn 5 months, you were really fun.
Okay.
But by then, I think I might have been, I think you were 9 months old.
Was Adam fun at 5 months until he turned 2?
Once he turned 2, he was the devil's child. He turned from a sweet little man into, I don't like you. And even now he's
still like that.
Hit and miss.
Until he wants something.
Yeah, so that's why I overcompensate and try to get stuff out of him all the time.
Okay.
Give me a hug.
Anyway, let's move on. So we get to see Heather, and she's pushing Terry Dubrow in a wheelchair. I know that man's old, but...
he's not that old.
He's got to be at least almost 60.
He might be in his low 60s.
I don't know exactly, but...
I don't know. I didn't understand the whole thing.
He tore his meniscus.
Oh, that's right. He was working
She's like, oh yeah, he's like a sports guy working out, and he tore his meniscus. So that we see...
how do you do that?
I don't know. I don't. You gotta ask Adam. He took did he take sports med? Never mind. I don't know.
Regardless, yeah.
Yeah. So now
happen to your body when you get old.
Yeah, she got to see a look into her future. She's pushing him up and down a wheelchair in their fancy elevator.
He's not that much older than she is.
No, because I think she's... well, actually, I don't know. 52, 50... I don't know, anyway. So we see them going into their bedroom. She's pushing him in a wheelchair. They take it up their fancy elevator. And then she gives him a foot massage. And I thought it was a level of cringe, that same thing like with Tamra in her bathtub scene that they always flash to. It was the same level of...
it was that cringy.
It was the same level of cringe. Like, hey, can you give me a foot massage? And he's like rubbing her butt. I'm like, what is going on?
I don't think it was that
I was
cringy.
Uncomfortable. But it's okay. And then Heather is annoyed with Gina because she feels that Gina doesn't put in the same amount of effort as Heather does.
And she dodged all those questions.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
That Heather was talking about.
Mm-hmm. But I thought, honestly, their friendship last season was kind of like for the cameras. Because they're two different levels of fancy.
Well,
like,
obviously. I mean, who is in Dubrov's bracket? Mm-hmm. Nobody on the whole show. Mm-hmm. However, I think they did have that connection of New York with them, and they could understand, each other's background and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think there was a nice little friendship there. Mm-hmm. But I would be hurt too. I mean, as far as like the total blow off.
Yeah, like the second the cameras were
happened.
Down. Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I would side with Heather there.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, I was Team Heather with that one because, yeah, Gina. Well, we can get into that later, actually. So, yeah, Heather's annoyed about it, and she just basically wanted to be included. There was, I guess, was an event with Emily and Gina that they hosted for like charity or something, and one of the drinks.
Been invited.
Yeah, one of the drink options was titled "Fancy Pants Champs," but Heather wasn't invited to that event, so that's where she was kind of like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, that's just odd.
But they posted about it.
Yeah, that's not right.
Yeah. So anyway, we can continue that later on in the episode. So then Tamra goes bowling, and we are introduced to her cut fitness friend Jen Pedranti, Jennifer. So how ironic is it that they got rid of Dr. Jen and Ryan from last season only to replace them with a new Jen and Ryan?
Yeah, that's just weird.
It was interesting. But they kind of look alike, her and Dr. Jen.
A little similarity.
Like in the face.
The Ryans are different looking.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And one actually seems... about that boyfriend. I don't know. I'm not getting a good
Tamra
feeling.
was saying he gives off Louis vibes.
A little.
Or like, yeah.
I think he's putting on a show for the cameras. Mm-hmm. You can already see that. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm not feeling the two of them yet. Mm-hmm. So we'll see how it unfolds.
Okay. So then we find out Jen owns a yoga studio that
hot yoga
or something. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. They go bowling.
I like yoga.
I don't think I've ever done yoga in my life.
It's very good for your core.
Okay, well I need to
stretching, lengthening your muscles. Mm-hmm. It's fun.
And then they play a game of, they bowl and they catch up with each other. And we found out that Ryan and Jen met actually at the
Cut Fitness
studio, the gym, which that was cool. So they made a joke. He's like, yeah, when we get married, we'll get married at Cut Fitness because that's where we met. And Jen was like, wait, what?
Yeah, I don't think she's interested in that. You're kind of getting a feeling from her.
Yeah, she's kind of like,
already. Excuse me.
So who knows? But anyway, later on in the episode, Gina stops by Heather's house to bring Heather's twins, Max and Nikki, going away gifts because they're going to college. We then see that Heather calls out Gina for not being a good friend to her, being kind of like a fair weather friend, and that is met with Gina giving an overabundance of excuses.
Yeah, it was ugly to
why
watch.
She's not pulling her weight in the friendship with Heather. And so they did like a whole like montage, like, what's the word? Like, she gave an overabundance and then they like morph into the next one and the next one, and it's like a whole ordeal that they cut up into similar pieces. But yeah, anyway, so she gave just an overabundance, and then we see that Gina believes that Heather doesn't want to hang out with Gina, but just wants the invite and extend it to her so she can decline.
Well, and that's the right thing to do. Mm-hmm. I mean, you should always include your friends. Mm-hmm. But, when they're excluded, of course, they're going to feel let down and, like, you don't value my friendship. And that's where Heather's at right now.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, she may have had other stuff to do, and maybe she just didn't want to associate at that point. Mm-hmm. But she should still be given the opportunity to decline. Yeah. Not just be invited at all. That's just kind of sad. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you truly are a friend, and that's what they're saying,
Yeah.
So.
And Gina was saying, like, no, but Heather Dubrow does not want to go to a dive bar on a Friday night. She's way too fancy for that.
You still invite. Mm-hmm. Let her make the choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not up to you to make the decision of yes or no. It's hers.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So then we then meet Jen on a deeper level. She's got a crap load of kids, aging from like age 9 or something
4 or 5,
to
right?
20 or something. Mm-hmm. Yeah. She's
guinea pigs.
Yeah, guinea pigs, 5 cats, 6 cats, or whatever. Dogs.
Yeah. And then she says, and a partridge and a pear tree. So yeah.
Jesus, she's got a lot going on.
She's got a lot going on.
But she's divorced, and so she's separated from her ex Will. And he, I guess, runs her family business in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So that was
That's
kind
weird.
of odd. So I'm assuming her family just, like, loves Will.
Well, yeah. Obviously.
So something happened there, which we will hopefully find out as the season continues.
Yeah.
But it was confusing because I don't think they mentioned that they're, like, moving into a new house, but there were a bunch of boxes.
Yeah, I didn't quite understand that either.
And her boyfriend, Ryan, was like, yeah, do you think Will minds where I put his shoes? Do you think I can try on his jacket? And she's looking at him like, dude, stop. What are you doing?
Yeah, like, don't do that. And you're on camera. Like,
Yeah.
Stop.
Uh-huh. He was trying to be funny, I think.
But that could be weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I was kind of confused. I'm like, are they in a new house? And why are Will's boxes there? But then I guess he moves back and forth. And
Yeah, I don't quite
get it
understand.
yet.
Because it sounds like they kind of share the house.
Mm-hmm. But it looked
So
like it was
she
new.
She leaves when he's in town, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
They were
It's just
unpacking, but
weird.
I was confused. But
yeah, I didn't understand the whole packing either.
hopefully we'll get to see it. She seems very kind of like zen. She doesn't seem like crazy yet.
Yeah.
Which I'm hoping that's why she's into yoga. It's to keep her zen. Because she's got a lot going on.
She's got a lot going on.
Okay. And so then later on, Gina, Heather, and Tamra meet up for pickleball. That was odd.
Mm-hmm.
None of them.
Pickleball is like the in thing now.
It's the old person sport.
Yeah, but it's like the in thing. Like, even you go to Marshall's. I just went to Marshall's with Grandma last week.
Mm-hmm.
Pickleball. Everywhere.
Really?
Yes. Paddles. Balls. It's kind of like a wiffle ball.
It's like a mix between table tennis and tennis.
Yeah. I almost got us some, but then I'm like, well, what are you going to use?
Yeah, we don't have a net.
Well, you could do, like, one of the tables in the back.
Oh, my God.
But I'm just saying. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Because what if we hit that and then it goes in the neighbor's yard and then...
I'm not going over the neighbor's
I'm not
yard.
going over there.
No.
But pickleball is the end thing. Even one of my instructors last semester, she plays pickleball. Like,
Really?
3 times a week or something, she said.
Oh, that's right. The one that hurt herself.
That instructor, yeah, she hurt her finger or something.
Shout out to her, though. She was nice.
She was an awesome gal.
5 stars. Anyway, okay. So they play pickleball. The 3 of them plan on attending Jen's yoga retreat. Heather wants to invite Shannon, of course. Tamra explains how Shannon ghosted her to Gina and Heather. Meanwhile, Shannon is seen in her confessionals saying that she doesn't know how to even send someone to voicemail. Are you joking?
Yeah, all right.
When will the lies end, Shannon? That's what I want to know.
Even I know how to do that.
Yeah.
And I'm not techie.
How you send someone to voicemail? How about this? You just don't answer.
Well, you just click the side of your phone. It just ends
The
the
side
call.
of your phone.
Yeah.
If you're on your phone already, there's a green button and a red button.
Yeah, no. That's
I'm over the delusion.
a whole lot of crap.
Yeah. Okay. So later on, Jen's yoga retreat is a few days later, and Shannon and Tamra reunite at the retreat, and they greet each other with a hug.
Awkward.
How awkward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was brutal to watch. She was like,
Yeah. So then, I have a question for you. If somebody had ghosted you and claimed that you ghosted them, and you haven't seen them in over 2 years, would you greet them with a hug or just keep your distance? With a, hey.
I don't know that I'd give a hug, but I'd say, hey, how are you? I mean, you got to exchange pleasantries, but I don't know that I'd hug her.
Yeah.
I mean,
It was like an awkward hug, too. Like, hey.
like your butt out hug.
Yeah.
Which I just hate and despise those. If you're going to hug me, you better give me a whole friggin' good hug.
I know who you're referencing.
Yeah. I'm not going to say any names of family members, but I dislike that very much.
Yeah. If you're going to hug, give a friggin' hug.
Well, make it mean something.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway, that's a whole other spiel. We can get into it at a later point. So they get into groups, and Emily's with Tamra. First, Tamra was like, please don't put me with Shannon. Jesus, do not put me with Shannon. So she split with Emily, Gina with Shannon, and Heather with Jen.
And they had like a heartfelt moment. Her and Emily. That was pretty cool.
And Emily and Tamra, like, yeah, exactly. They have a heart to heart. Like, hey, dude, you put on your tough exterior. I do the same thing. We basically are kind of similar. Which I'm wondering where the heck this connection was between the two of them the first few seasons.
Well, Emily goes on to say in later podcasts, I think it was on 2 T's in a Pod, that she really had heard bad things about Tamra.
That's
She
right.
was keeping her distance because she had been given this information about Tamra and how she was. And she's like, holy crap, I don't want to get mixed in with that. And it was her first season and da-da-da-da.
And then technically she only had 2 seasons with Tamra. Because Tamra left after season 14 and now it's season 17. So 15 and 16, she didn't have to worry about none of that. But they agreed to come to a place of, hey, we're kind of similar, Which I'm kind of looking forward to that friendship because, they
have a lot of similarities.
Yeah, exactly.
That they weren't willing to, look at before. That now they're like, oh, yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm. And I think now that Tamra was still on the outs with Shannon, she was like, hey, dude, I have to make a connection with somebody. Because she was also beefing with Heather at that point because when they found out she was coming back, she's like, no, we're good. That was Heather's response. No, the show's doing okay.
It doesn't seem to be like that so far in the show, though.
So I'm assuming they wrapped it up quick before.
Yeah. Before they started filming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Probably.
So that was cool to see that they're going to start a friendship. And by the looks of the trailer, they seem to be somewhat getting closer.
Well, and she has been on 2 Cheese in a Pod. And so if they weren't, good at this point.
She wouldn't be a guest.
She wouldn't have been a guest.
Mm-hmm.
Tamra would have been like, no.
Yeah. So we'll stay tuned for that one. I'm excited to see it. So then after yoga, the girls get drinks inside where the ladies get to know newbie Jen a little bit better. And Emily reveals in her confessional that Gina told her that Jen was not faithful to her now ex-husband during their marriage.
Hey, anything's possible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, especially, she went on to say that, he's running the family business or with the family in Oklahoma. Well, if she's in SoCal hanging out, I can see where that could happen.
Yeah. So we'll hopefully find out more about that. Did he cheat? Did she cheat?
Or both.
Did she cheat with Ryan, who she's now with?
I don't think so. I think it's been a while.
We'll find out, won't we?
Yep.
Okay. And then Tamra gets together with Gina and Emily at the same retreat, and she expresses how she wants to talk to Shannon and get back where they were before she was fired. And of course, Shannon just so happens to go over and
that was all set up.
Let me look at what food's happening, which is where they were talking.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay, the cue producers, Shannon, go over there.
Yep. They cued her to go and
we knew that was happening.
But nobody could see her. That was the odd part. Like, really? You have peripheral vision.
Yeah. You know if you're somebody blonde and the only white shirt that showed up.
Oh. I didn't think about what she was wearing. But still, they could see her.
Let's go back a little bit. What was with Shannon's shtick about, I can't keep my balance?
She's like an idiot.
God, I was over that. I'm like, Shannon, we get it.
She was embarrassing me.
You want to have your spotlight. We get it.
Do you think she's just not that flexible and athletic? Because she couldn't even ride her friggin' stationary bike. Remember? She got caught in the wheel.
But that's when she was 40 pounds heavier.
But it doesn't matter. I think she's just a klutz. Honestly. And I don't think the girl works out. She just goes in and sucks out.
She walks up that hill all the time with Archie. With her poison hat.
I think that's staged out too.
Okay. Anyway, so let's go back.
I don't think she's very athletic.
So let's go back.
So I wasn't surprised.
So of course Shannon eavesdrops and hears what they're talking about. Of course. Shocker, right? Mm-hmm. And so then Shannon's like, "Oh, is this me?" And then they all start laughing, and Tamra's like, "Crap."
Yeah. Caught in the act.
And then, of course, Emily and Gina, that's when producers, again, I'm assuming, were like,
Get out of the scene.
Get out of the scene. It's between these two now.
Yep. Move on.
Yep. So then Tamra tells Shannon that her dog Bronx died and that she's closing her gym.
And she's crying to her.
Yeah, and that it's been a lot of stuff going on. And Shannon's just like, oh my God, are you serious?
Oh, wow.
It's like, dude, hug your once friend. Hug her. Give her a freaking hug. She
didn't hug her at all, huh?
No, she stood there. Oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah, just really fake and staged.
It was weird. I didn't care for it. But, they agreed that they're going to meet up and talk out their issues, which is the end of the episode. Tamra's
not going to let it go.
No, she won't.
Tamra's going to head on this and say, what the hell? Mm-hmm. And she's going to expect an explanation as to why her friend made her feel this way and cut her out. I that's what I would do.
Yep. I see it happening.
What's going on?
Yeah. Do you think that Shannon's going to be like, I did text you, and then there's going to be nothing there, and then
she said she has receipts.
We're going to get a montage, same thing, of Gina giving her abundance of excuses of why she's not a good friend. I think that's what we're going to get.
I think it's going to be excuse after excuse, and it's going to look stupid.
Mm-hmm. And
then either Tamra's going to need to accept it and go on, or she's going to be like, oh, okay, F you.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I just think it's sad overall, but somebody is not telling the truth, but my money is Tamra telling the truth. That's where my money's at.
Okay. So the episode ends. I got a few questions for you. How'd you feel about the premiere? How'd you feel about it? Do you think it's
going to be a good season?
Do you think it's going to be a good season?
I think tonight's episode...
Yes, the new episode is on tonight.
Will reveal a lot. And then, you know what? Let's fill in on this after we watch the next episode. Ask me that same question.
Okay.
Because right now, I'm really not feeling the season, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I love that Tamra's back, and I love that, Tamra's Tamra.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody else is like, eh.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe after tonight's episode, I might be a little more vested.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think we get
vested
to,
or
invested.
Invested. Oh, invested.
We get to meet. I guess re-meet. Taylor is on tonight's episode. Taylor Armstrong from
which
Beverly
that's
Hills.
gonna be weird.
Mm-hmm.
So weird.
Transferring.
I mean,
cities.
Taylor was okay.
She was going through a lot. Her first.
She was a train wreck.
2-3 seasons that she was on.
Train wreck.
Yeah, it was a
in
mess.
Beverly Hills.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Beverly Hills.
Yes, but now she's recently married, or not recently, I guess, like 10 years or something.
Colorado, right? Isn't that where she lived? Like had moved to and then moved back to...
Well, she lived in Oklahoma, and that's where she's going to connect with Jen.
Oh, why was I thinking Colorado?
Because then she's like, I'm going to go Oklahoma on her ass.
Oh.
In Beverly Hills.
I see.
Anyway.
I thought it was Colorado.
No.
But she's married to like a lawyer now or something, right?
Yes. And then her daughter's like 16, 17 now. Maybe
That's
18.
it?
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, I think she's older than that.
Maybe. I don't know.
Her name's Kennedy.
Yeah, Kennedy. I got to do my research on that. But, yeah, so we'll actually continue these questions after tonight's episode 2. And that episode will be releasing very shortly as well. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. And, yeah, we'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.